The story begins with Zhang Ping narrating his past life and how he arrived in this new world. In his previous life, he was a dedicated rescue team member who lost his life in an accident. After his death, he transmigrated into a fantasy world filled with mutated beasts. Upon awakening, he discovered that he had gained a special ability, Contract Gem. Contract Gem, a power that consumes physical and mental energy to condense a contract gem. If a target voluntarily accepts the gem, their life, soul, and consciousness fall under the summoner's control. It should have been an extraordinary ability, yet it had one glaring flaw: the contract must be willingly accepted. Without consent, the gem had no effect, no matter how it was used. Zhang Ping silently stared at the glowing gem in his palm, deep in thought. "Zhang Ping, what are you doing?" A voice interrupted him. He turned his gaze toward the girl beside him, Su Jingyao. With a casual smile, he lifted the gem and asked, "Want some candy?" Su Jingyao's cheeks flushed slightly as she placed a finger on her lips. "Get lost. Who would ever let you control them?" she huffed. Zhang Ping chuckled. "Just kidding." But deep inside, he understood the frustration of the original owner of this body. The previous Zhang Ping must have been devastated by how useless this ability seemed. Fortunately, he had transmigrated here. Thanks to his psychological resilience from his past life, he kept himself alive despite the frustration. Su Jingyao sighed, standing up in annoyance. She reached out, grabbed Zhang Ping's head, and ruffled his hair. "Don't give up so soon. The world is vast, there will definitely be creatures willing to be controlled by you." Zhang Ping leaned back with a smirk. "Easy for you to say. But seriously, who else, besides myself, would ever accept it?" As soon as he uttered the word, "myself," an idea struck him. His eyes widened. "Why didn't I think of this before?" Without hesitation, he sat up and placed the contract gem into his mouth. Su Jingyao, who was watching him, gasped in shock. "Hey, what are you doing?" As he swallowed the gem, his entire body emitted a green glow. Energy surged within him. Su Jingyao immediately rushed to his side, concern written all over her face. "Are you okay?" Zhang Ping took a deep breath and nodded. "Yeah, I'm fine." She exhaled in relief. "Don't do that again. That was really scary." The sky darkened slightly as the sun dipped toward the horizon. Su Jingyao stretched. "It's getting late. Time to head back to the dorms. I have patrol duty tomorrow morning, so don't wait for me." Zhang Ping glanced at her. "Are you really graduating?" She turned to the sky, her expression calm. "Yeah, I've mastered all the book knowledge. From now on, only real combat can help me grow." Zhang Ping thought to himself, true. Joining the patrol team to protect our homeland has always been her dream, and now she finally has the chance to achieve it. Suddenly, Su Jingyao spun around, her cheeks slightly flushed. With a playful smirk, she said, "Don't be disheartened. When you get stronger, we might even fight alongside each other." Zhang Ping scratched his head, laughing. "I'll probably just move to the countryside and start farming." Yet, as he watched her, a strange reluctance settled in his heart. Even though she was the original Zhang Ping's childhood friend, I don't want to part with her like this. A sudden green shadow surged from his body, and before he could react, he found himself lunging forward, hugging her. His eyes widened in shock. "What's happening? Why is my body moving on its own?" Both of them froze, then hastily pulled apart, flustered. Su Jingyao's face turned bright red. I'm leaving now," she stammered before turning on her heels and sprinting away. Zhang Ping watched her retreating figure and called out, "Take care." She glanced back with a smile. "You too." Still confused, Zhang Ping stared at his hands. "Just now, my body hugged her on its own. Did I subconsciously command myself? Was it a coincidence?" Determined to test his theory, he whispered, "Take off." The next moment, his body launched itself forward, headfirst into the ground. Pain shot through his skull. He groaned, rubbing his head. "Okay. Maybe not." He stood up and tried again. Iron Mountain leaning. A green shadow flickered around him, mirroring his stance as he took the form of the martial technique. After several attempts, Zhang Ping collapsed onto the ground, exhausted. He panted, "I can't do this anymore." Lying there, he analyzed what had happened. "What I can confirm now is that I can make my body execute almost any action. However, it must be within human physical limits, no flying, no transforming into another species. And for actions I've never practiced before, my body can imitate them based on memory." His heart pounded with excitement. "So, theoretically, as long as my physical abilities improve, I can master countless martial arts effortlessly. If I enhance my physical fitness, I can become stronger." But there was still one more thing left to confirm. The next morning, Zhang Ping slowly opened his eyes. The cafeteria. Suddenly, a sharp pain shot up his legs. He gritted his teeth. "Arg, my legs, so sore." Then, memories from the night before surfaced in his mind. "Right, I ordered myself to run in the morning before I fell asleep." He clenched his fists in excitement. Did my body actually follow the command and go for a morning run while I was unconscious? It worked. My hypothesis was correct. Before he could celebrate, a commotion erupted nearby. "Lu Xiu is here," someone exclaimed. Zhang Ping turned his head and saw a beautiful girl with long brown hair enter the cafeteria. Dozens of students gathered around, their gazes filled with admiration. She greeted them with a casual wave. "Good morning." Zhang Ping rubbed his chin. "Lu Xiu. I remember her. She's the school beauty. Does she usually come this early?" However, something felt off. A strange sensation tingled in the back of his mind. He squinted, observing her carefully. And then, his eyes widened in shock. What he saw was not Lu Xiu. It was a massive fox monster, wearing her face like a puppet. His breath caught in his throat. What the hell is that? Panic surged through him. He quickly glanced around. Can't anyone else see this? His voice trembled as he muttered, "That's not Lu Xiu." At that moment, the puppet-like Lu Xiu turned to him, her eyes unnaturally still. With a chilling smile, she spoke. "You don't look too well, classmate Zhang Ping."